is this? Tabletop Island, huh? Let's see what this is all about.
Why, what can we help you with?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, Inspector. What are we doing? I'm a reporter, see? Trying to get the big scoop, see? So we're gonna need you to come back with us, see?
Oh, is that a Jeep? I love Jeeps. Humans are so fun.
They really are green, sweetie. So what is it you need from us? We can give you documents explaining our race.
Ooh, show them the Christmas cards, sweetie.
Not now, green honey.
Sir, I think that will do.
That's not gonna work, see? I need to bring you back with me, see? Now we can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way, see? Okay, fine. Clarence, go with the gentleman. He needs you.
Wait, why me?
Because we said so. And tell him to stop spinning the ship. It keeps giving me a migraine. Jesus.
Don't try anything funny, see?
Yes, we are watching you. Clarence, was it?
Tell us what we need to know, see?
Yeah, you see, I came from planet Waddington, and things are pretty rough with little food and our race slowly decreasing. We really just came here to play pranks on ignorant humans.
Wait, what? Huh? Where did he go, see? Wait, when did you get here, see?
He swapped us out. He played us all. Remarkable. Truly astonishing.
Let's go, see? We failed again, see?
And we would have got away with it, too, if it weren't for those little green men.
And that stupid ship, too, see?
Welcome to Tabletop Island. I'm Bernardo, your host, and today we're going to be talking about the vintage board game, Little Green Men by Waddingtons Games. This game is such a unique game, and much like a lot of vintage games, it looks amazing on the table. Now, a couple things here. The setup time, very easy. In fact, all of the pieces come together really well. The spaceship at first took a little bit of time to kind of piece together, but the instructions were a little off, but clear enough for me to understand what I needed to do. Now, the objective of the game, be the first to journey through the forest and return safely to your Jeep with the required number of aliens in the game that you're playing. 3 alien men if you're playing a 4-player game, 4 green little men if you're playing a 3-player game, and 5 little green men if you are playing a 2-player game. Now the setup's very simple. You got the game board laid out, the spaceship placed with the lid on top with all of the aliens inside, or little green men. You have the hopper card shuffled to the side. You will deal 2 to each player in the beginning of the game, and I will talk a little bit more about those later. Now, you get to choose a Jeep space depending on the color investigator you have. You have a reporter and then the bald scientist. Yes, it says bald scientist in the instructions. I know. What you'll end up doing in each turn, rolling the die and moving your investigator through the forest. Now, one thing to note with movement, you can move past an investigator of another color, but you cannot land on the same spot as another investigator. What you can also do, you can move both of your investigators at the same time. So both the reporter and the bald scientist, you can move them along the number of spaces rolled on that die, which is pretty unique. Now, with the spaceship itself, whenever you land on a glowing tile, that is when you end up spinning the spaceship. So at the end of your turn, you spin it. If it shows the little spaceship icon, your investigator is captured, you remove the dome and place him inside the spaceship. But don't worry, if you end up getting both of your investigators captured, you can keep rolling the die, and if you roll either a 7 or an 8, you free everyone that's captured and place them to the designated Jeep. But it's almost like Monopoly where you're trying to roll out of jail. Pretty simple. If you roll the little alien symbol, a little green man is captured, remove the dome, remove the alien, and place him on the glowing stepping stone of your investigator. And of course there is a symbol with a Jeep. That means all captured investigators are free, and that does mean every single one of them, including your opponents. And then finally, there is a rectangular symbol here. That means take a hopper card. And I know I skipped over hopper cards, so let's talk about them a little bit. These are the strategy elements here. These are the cards you don't show your opponent, and at any point in time, either before your turn that you move your investigator or after movement, you get to decide, you get to play these cards. These can have 1, 2, or 3 on them, and that's the number of movement you can move the little green man. Now, if a little green man is on your space, you can move with him through the number that you roll on your die. But with the card, you can move someone else's. So if I'm a few away from you, I can move your alien 3 away from you, the one that you captured, and in hopes to walk through the maze and bring it to mine. That's where the real strategy comes in. And you can even kind of throw your opponents under the bus by, if they just captured an alien and they're on the end glowing stone spot, you can play a 1 and put him back into the spaceship, which is a little unfortunate. Now with little green man movement, they can hop onto a Jeep space without having another player. So you can use a hop card in order to get him into your Jeep if that's a part of your little strategy that you end up having. Now little green man can hop past but not land on a stepping stone occupied by another little green man, and also it cannot hop past an investigator. Now, recapturing a little green man is simple. You simply land on it by passing it, or if it ends up landing on your same tile, then you've captured it. And as for capturing investigators, an alternate rule here, which is optional. The first player to capture, obviously, the right number of aliens that returns to the Jeep wins. But if at any point in time 4 investigators are captured, the spaceship takes off and the little green men win. Again, that's an optional rule, but that's all up to you. With this game, it's very quick and very simple. In fact, it doesn't overstay its welcome like a lot of roll and move games from the vintage era. Now, this game I'm a huge fan of. It's easy to teach. You saw the setup, fun for the whole family, and let me tell you here, the look itself sold me on this game. Now, I've been looking really heavily in Waddington Games, and you're going to see a lot coming forward, and I'm very excited to share them with you. But this game is fantastic. It's one of the ones I would recommend, and the price point is very nice. I actually got it for $30 including shipping, because with Waddington Games, you have to get it shipped from the UK because it wasn't released in the US, which is unfortunate, but nonetheless, I got a very good deal on it, and I highly recommend this game. If you can find this online, I recommend checking eBay, BoardGameGeek.com. They're fantastic resources. I wouldn't say this is a game you can find at a thrift shop because it was released in the UK. Unless someone brought it in here, you're not really going to see it here, and if someone brought it in, they probably brought it in to keep. I find it very unlikely, but not impossible, so keep your eyes peeled. But that is all I have for you guys today. If you are interested in notifications, there is a bell up there somewhere. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I do appreciate any feedback. I'm trying to make these videos more and more outrageous, and with your guys' help, I have been doing so. Monday, regular board game reviews. Wednesday, weekly update/talks. And then on Friday is my vintage board game reviews. That is all I have for you guys today. I will see you guys next time.